you discover the whole picture. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jayda, and for the next few minutes, I'm going to talk to you about how people perceive the concept of truth in life, whether it's partial or whole, and how film uses omission, subtext, audience's curiosity, and partial truth in storytelling. During the time that I spent researching this topic, I discovered how omission and subtext can create meaning for the audience, so not only what they see, but how they create an understanding of it. Eventually, this connects to the concept of partial truth in storytelling, which is often used to control the narrative. This links to real life as how people do not always say exactly what they mean, leading others to think more deeply about a person's backstories and the other underlying reasons for their actions. According to Kinnaman's omission, which is information that is not shown to other people or their audiences, and subtext, which is the deeper meaning of those that were displayed, is what makes up the iceberg theory of screenwriting. The iceberg theory of screenwriting states that only 1/8 of a story is displayed visually for the audiences to see, such as the actions or the dialogue, while the other 7/8 is displayed through what is not shown, such as the backstories or the emotions. Now, according to 5 team, these 7/8 gaps are called the narrative gaps, which are the intentional omission in a story that leaves certain information unexplained. Most importantly, audiences use ambiguity, which is the quality of being open to multiple interpretations, to question the missing information and come up with their own interpretations of the exact same film. Lastly, Kern Lamy talked about partial truth in storytelling, which can be explained as telling only a part of the truth rather than the whole truthful information. People who use partial truth do not always care if what they're saying is either true or false, but they say what they think would work best in that situation. This is because listeners are not much different. You select what you want to hear, and you select the information that you want to hear based on what benefits you the most. Sorry. And we also don't reveal 100% of ourselves, but we gradually build up the confidence to reveal more and more of ourselves while waiting for the right situation to tell stories that suit the context. Now you might be wondering how this connects to real life. Humans are like chameleons, even dressed differently for different occasions. It's like we're taking on different characters in the play of life. In the poem, All the World's a Stage, a famous monologue in William Shakespeare's pastoral comedy, As You Like It. The character Jacques compares the stage's human life to a theatrical play, proposing that humans are merely actors with specific exits and entrance, passing through 7 distinct stages from infancy to old age. He thinks that we go through these changes based on age, but I think that we embody different characters on a daily basis depending on our surroundings. For example, when I'm going out with my friends, I tend to be a fun and outgoing person, wearing comfortable clothing like a jeans or a t-shirt. But when I'm in a more formal situation, I tend to be more serious and respectful, wearing more professional clothing like my school uniform. This links to the concept of partial truth in storytelling, as how we present ourselves differently depending on the context of the situation. Films are structured in the same way, often more so to build suspense. A film won't tell you about a completely different mood in a completely different situation, because it interrupts the flow of the film itself. For instance, let's call him Bob. If Bob was getting chased by a tiger, but he's running happily instead of being afraid of the tiger, this can leave the audiences confused with his reaction. That is what happens when your actions don't correspond with the reaction of an average person in the same situation. In that story, we might not know a lot about Bob, but his personality will gradually be discovered throughout the story. and how he got himself into that situation. Just like how we build up the confidence to reveal more and more of ourselves. Lastly, if Bob was going to eat dinner with his family, he's not going to start telling them how he likes getting chased by a tiger, because the situation is improper to the context, which makes it awkward and weird. We also apply this in real life as how we present ourselves differently, and we choose what we want to tell others depending on the context. So whether it's a film, dropping hints about characters' backstories, or you deciding not to tell your parents how you like getting chased by a tiger, we are all in some ways writers of our own narrative. We decide what we want to tell, when we want to tell it, and to whom. So the next time you find yourself questioning a character's motive, or the next time when someone's words leave you wondering what they really meant, consider the 7/8 that you aren't seeing. Because after all, what's revealed is never the whole picture. Thank you.